Nathan Norman here, Circle S Apiary. I'm just showing you the queen cage and the package container. Sorry, don't mind my plants. I'm getting ready to put those out here pretty quick. Those are stargazer lilies. We got a little frostbite. I had them out a little early outside, and that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was cold, but all the rest of them seemed to did all okay, except for this one got beat up by the rain. But all of them seem to have done okay. So I got a little bit of everything going on. The lettuce looks really good, actually. I'm not sure if that's iceberg or not. I don't think that's iceberg, but I have iceberg going too. That might be iceberg back there. So, and these are peppers, but that's just my garden that I haven't started yet. But this is the queen cage. This is what your queens come in. And I made a mistake yesterday, and I thought that hole there wasn't big enough for the queen to get out of because she was still in here with her worker bees, with her nurse bees. And I actually made the mistake of pulling her out too early, and she flew away on me. So I was heartbroken, as you can probably tell or imagine, but it was fixable. I got a hold of Paul from Precious Bees up in Homestead, Iowa, and he got me a new queen last night. But it's about 4 total hours on the road. But I just thought I'd show you this. You can see on the side here maybe where that they're starting to put some wax down, and that's kind of how they do it. They just space it out a little bit, and then they build it up and form it into an octagon, and that's what they lay their egg in. And the egg turns into larvae, and then after that it emerges nurse bee, and its primary function when the nurse bees come out is to take care of the queen. So that's what they do for the first couple, I think it's a week or 2, maybe even 3 weeks of their lifespan. They spend just primarily taking care of the queens. And then after that they go out and they start foraging, and then they don't make it unless it's the winter. They live a little bit longer in the winter, but when we have a flow going on, they're just working so hard they basically work themselves to death. So this here is the package, and as you can see there's a hole in top, and that's where they put the sugar can or the syrup can. That's where you feed the bees, and the bees will all cluster up right here in the middle around that in this queen cage, which is usually in there like that, or some way like that. It might even be a little different than that, but that's the strap is on this side and the can holds it to one side, and then they all kind of work their way around that. But I didn't have many dead bees, as you can see. Usually there's from what I hear, there's quite a bit more than that, but these were pretty freshly packaged bees. They were only in here for 24 hours before we put them out at Circle K. So the wood here holds, I think they come in 4 packs if I'm not mistaken, but they just chop the wood off right there on each side, and there's your package. So pretty simple construction, as you can tell. That looks broke, but it seems to be pretty easy to make. But I just thought you guys might want to see that. I'm not sure if that's propolis or not. That might just be some old syrup, I guess. But that's it. I just thought I'd make a video and tell you what happened to me yesterday. I was beating myself up all night about it, but hopefully we got the situation corrected and everything will work out. So this is basically it. The queen cage comes in the package with a feeder and a piece of wood on the top.